Welcome to Papa Junk's shop. Well, I haven't made a video for a week or so because I've been doing some of the honeydew list. A number of years ago, the wifey had knee replacements, and she's had trouble getting her leg up over the tub. So we did away with the tub and got a walk-in shower now. And of course, all the walk-in shower stuff that we looked at looked like garbage, so I wound up doing a tile thing. So turned into quite a bit of work, but I think it's going to turn out alright. So I got 3 days to wait while all that stuff dries so I can do the grouting, so I get to play a little bit. So just before I started the bathroom project, I installed that smart drive down here. It's been running for about a week, so we'll go check it out. It's been really cold. This is the first day we've had in well, it's 20 something. And nighttime, it's been down to single digits. I think last night it was down to 3 degrees. And this is what we got as far as the water wheel goes. And with the smart drive on, the water wheel goes a lot slower. And as you can see, the water stays in the buckets till almost the very bottom. So we're getting the most torque out of it we can. And with it running slower, it doesn't splash as much, and I've got a lot less ice buildup. Now if the old generator's running, this was going faster, that whole thing would be pretty well enclosed. It might still be running, but I bet it'd be rubbing on the sides. So this made a big improvement as far as that goes, because I think the water stays in there longer, keeps things up to temperature better. So just my theory. I don't know if that's what's happening or not, but that's what appears to be happening to me. So let's go inside. Get through the little skinny door. Okay, this is what I wound up with. It's running with that jack shaft. And I had to move the mount in a little bit. And I got it running on the second groove of the pulley. And the water is really low, about as low as I've seen it in a while, because everything's froze up. So this is what we got going. With the other generator, we didn't get any amperage at all. It would just come up the voltage, and that was about it. So I'm not sure how this is going to perform when we speed it up. That's why I left this shaft long, because all I have to do is get another pulley like this, put it up here. I can just switch this belt over. Of course, it'll go down a little bit lower. Switch this belt over to that, and get rid of the jack shaft in case it slows the water wheel down enough so it's not as efficient. And if I really got a lot of water, I figure I can put the second one online again. And that goes in this furthest groove. So that's what I'm thinking, but you know how thinking goes sometimes. It doesn't always go as planned. So that's what I got going so far. Now, also, I sprung for an MPPT controller, which I haven't done anything with yet, and hopefully we're going to go up and hook that up. I think I'm just going to hook it up and play with it, see what it does, and then I'll read the instructions. It's a lot more fun that way. I got the 30 amp 100 volt one, so you'll see it in a little bit. Okay, I'm back up in the garage where the control panel is, and that's my MPPT controller that I picked out. It's 30 amp 100 volt advanced MPPT control technology, high tracking efficiency no less than 99.5%, maximum conversion efficiency 98, common negative design, supports lead acid and lithium, which I don't have either of, but I think you can set it. Multiple load work modes, don't care about that. Extensive electronic protection, hopefully. Informative backlit LCD, RS485 communications. So I thought I tried an MPPT controller on this once before, but come to find out it was advertised as one, but it wasn't. It was a PWM, so I got snookered on that. So this is a real one, and that's what she looks like. Got a nice heat sink on the back, and I'm just going to hook it up here on the table temporary just to see what it's like. And I'm just going to kind of go by whatever it's set for. It's supposed to automatically determine 12 or 24 volts. I haven't really gone through the manual, just kind of leaf through it a little bit. Like I said before, it's a lot more fun looking at this after you can't make it work. And I also got the remote controller. I think you can program it a lot better with this, I believe, if I understood it right. So I don't know if I'll mess with that today or not. I just kind of want to get this hooked up and see if it's actually going to make any difference. And I figured if it doesn't work on the Waterwheel, I can always use it on my solar panels. So, and I plan on hooking it up with, got these jumper cables. A couple years ago, in the spring, they want to get rid of the winter stuff, and they had them 70% off, so these were like $2 and something. I wouldn't want to use them for jumper cables, well, unless I absolutely had to, but they are pretty nice soft wire, and it's number 10, and I'm going to use these to just clip in the fuse holders and hook this thing up and see if we get any improvement. I know my videoing isn't going to be good here because the light's not good and the room is not good, so I'll try to do the best I can. So give me a few minutes to see if I can get this thing powered up and see what it does. Okay, I got it powered up. I don't have anything hooked on the input side, just the battery, and it toggles through some of the parameters, I guess, or what's happening. That says load 0 amps. Of course I don't have any load. That's kilowatt hours, and it says load 117, whatever that means, and 2N, not sure what that means either. Okay, so that's 0 volts coming in. That shows a moon, so it thinks it's nighttime. 0 amps coming in. Okay, and there's the kilowatt hours. Let's see, if I push the select button, 13.2 volts would be the battery voltage, apparently. So we got a backlight, and it shows the battery state of charge. So, okay, so we know it powers up. So I'll get the other part hooked up and we'll see what happens. Okay, let me get you pointed back down there. Okay, so hopefully I'm gonna make the connection here. Okay, the solar panel lit up, so that means we got power coming in. It says 0.1 amp, 0.2 amp, 0.4 amp. Battery temperature, load amps, nothing. I'm not sure what that one means. Gonna have to get the book out, or that one. See, it's just the way it come out of the box. So, well, it says we're up to 20 volts on the input. So I wonder if I can select what one I want. Oh yeah, there's the amperage, 0.5, 0.6. So the Waterwheel's varying speed, so apparently this doesn't keep up with it. Maybe it's too low a amount for it to work. Don't know. Gonna have to figure this out. Although at times the amperage is higher than what we were saying. I used my my fluke meter 23 to measure the current, and the most it was doing was about a half an amp. So it looks like, okay, so that didn't stay. Not sure what to think, whether we got an improvement or not. I guess because it's going higher than what we had previously. And we're at 15 volts now. Maybe it's still adjusting itself. So let's walk down and see if the Waterwheel is going any faster or not. So I'll shut you down and fire you back up when we get done. Now that's what we got. I can't say I can see any difference in the speed. So, for the fun of it, I'm going to go in and unhook the smart drive and hook the old one up and see if that makes any difference. Okay, I popped the belt off the smart drive and put the belt on the original generator, and as you can see, it won't stay running at a constant speed. Keep stopping. So try to get it to settle, and it's not. This is what's happening over here with the gauges. voltage is going up to about 50 something. The amperage starts to come up. Apparently the controller can't get adjusted in time. So with this low amount of water, the smart drive is doing a better job. So I'm going to hook it back up. Okay, I got her hooked back up and she's settling in. It's still fluctuating voltage some until it gets evened out. Okay, we're starting to smooth up now. Voltage is staying fairly constant now. So I'm curious if I speed this up a little bit, just take my foot on the wheel. Okay, so I think I'm going to go out and shut the gate on the pond, let it build up a little bit. I don't know, probably it's going to take a long time. I don't know if we'll be able to gain enough water to tell much difference or not, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so I thought while we're waiting for the pond to get some water in it, maybe I'll switch this thing over to the solar panel and see how much good it does there. And I also got a load on the inverter now. It's drawing about 37 amps. I think it's around 300 and some watts. Anyways, I'm going to switch this over because the water wheel's not turning at all. So let's see. I'll pull the fuses for the solar panel. 1, 2. Okay, we'll move the battery connections over. And see, I was getting about 7.4 amps, I think. Okay, we should have the meter powered back up. Okay. Now, well, of course I got to get them tangled up here, haven't I? Because you can't see what I'm doing. Very good thing. Alright, here we go. Here's the negative side of the solar panel. And here's the positive side. Okay, solar panel lit up. And we'll just let it go through. Okay, solar panels are at 17 volts, 6.6 amps, 6.7 amps. I actually had 7.4 without this thing. Okay, now it's saying 9 amps. Or was it? Got kind of a reflection on there. Okay, 17 volts, 6.7 amps. That's not very impressive, now is it? .8 amps. So I guess that sometime I'll have to play with my solar panels and I'll switch it to 24 volts. See if that makes a difference. It's brightening up a little bit outside. Seven point 7.32. Okay, let me unhook this and put the fuses back in and see what we get. Okay, that's unhooked. One fuse, two fuses, and I'm getting 7.6 amps without this. So I can't see where that's gaining me anything with a 12 volt input. So we'll wait for the pond to fill up a little bit. We'll be back. Well, the water flow's so low, it looks like it's going to take quite a while for that pond to fill up, but I'm going to go down and open the gate up, and what little bit we did raise the water level, we'll see if it makes any difference. Now I'll leave you guys on while I go down and turn it on, and you guys can see it come to life, and I'll watch it when I get back. Here I go. Alright, I'm back. Whew. I'm not so good at that running anymore. Oop, this went by it. No. 2.4. 1.6. Well, a little bit of water did make a difference. Looks like the sun's trying to peek through once in a while. Solar panel was up to 14 there for a short time. Yesterday when I looked, it was bright out, cold, making 26 amps. At about 15 volts. Now we're up to 18, 19 amps on the solar. .3. Yeah, that's pretty close to what my other meter's saying too. So 12.5, 2 point, well, it's changing because of the speed apparently. And this thing must adjust itself, or try to. So it's saying that that's at 31 volts. Apparently the Waterwheel's making 31 volts into this, and it's converting it back down. I'm sure some of you guys know all about this stuff. Like I say, I just took it out of the box and hooked it up. Didn't look at the directions or nothing. So I'm assuming that once I figure this thing out, that I might get some better performance out of it when I can change some of the parameters. So I guess at this point of the game, we'll call this one a video. It's a lot more fun than redoing the bathroom, that's for sure. So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you're familiar with this thing, don't make fun of me. And we'll see you next time.